Hey guys, my name's Jake and I produce under the alias of Back to Basics. Today I'm going to be doing my first tutorial on how to make a lead, a euphoric lead that's similar to what Code Black uses in his track New World. This is my first tutorial video, so if you do have any tips or there are any established producers, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And also please let me know if you wanted me to do any more in the future, and please subscribe to my channel as well. So I'm going to quickly show you a quick preview of what we're going to be making today. So that's what we're going to be making today. So we're going to be making the pluck sound, the lead sound, and we're also going to be focusing on how we can actually sidechain the lead to the reverb and delay, which can really help us clear up the mix and have the lead sounding a lot more clearer throughout the mix. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to be creating today is the pluck. So I like to generally create my plucks in side length. It's pretty similar to what pretty much what deadmau5 will use. So first thing we're going to do is obviously open up silence. And we're going to, sorry about this, we're going to make sure it's detached. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is just set it to the initiate. So that way it brings up a brand new preset. So I'm going to move this up to 8 voices. Take off the retrigger. We're going to be using a saw wave. Put a detune. Alright, for the second oscillator we're going to be putting up to 8 voices as well. Using a saw wave again. Make sure you take the retrigger off. Probably put about the G tune around about there. And we're going to also lower the volume because we don't want this one as high as oscillator 1. Alright, so with that we're going to have put in just a basic low pass filter. Just around about there, put up the warm drive, turn off the cutoff to around about there, the resonance there. Alrighty. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is just putting in, what I like to do here is just put in a noise wave. I'm going to put this down really quiet because obviously it'll be way overpowering if we have that too loud. Make sure you take off the retrigger for that one. And then for the next one we're going to put in a square, and this will give it a bit more character to the pluck. Have that 8 voices, have the G tune at about halfway. And then also we tune this down so it doesn't make it too loud there. Make sure we're putting the second part on a low pass as well, the part B of the synth, just to make sure it's matching part A. Alright, so the next part we're going to do is we're going to be working with the modulator envelope here, and this is the section that will actually give the cutoff. So first of all, we're going to go to cutoff A and B. So that way it's obviously cutting off both of the A part of the synth and also the B part of the synth. Going to put this down probably to around about here. And then as you can hear, it's still not really a pluck, so we'll be able to do that through the envelope. No worries. So that's all done there. You can also add a chorus on it. Sometimes I like to take the dryness down just so it's not as wet. And then we can also obviously... Fantastic. So we're going to label this pluck. Had them labeled before, but when you do reload side length, we'll stop it there. And then we're going to send this to mixer track 1. So if we open up the mixer track here, you'll be able to see that this is going to mixer track 1. With the plucks, we're going to open up just a basic reverb. I use FabFilter, but you can use any reverb you want. It's not reverb, an equalizer. You can use any equalizer you want, of course. Just going to pretty much take out the low end, just so it's not clashing with anything there. Alright, perfect. And fantastic. So that's our pluck, and we have that already loaded up into the playlist here. All right, perfect. We'll send it a little bit to the reverb bus, give it some reverb, and then a little bit of delay as well. All right, that's our pluck done. So in the next part, we are going to be creating the leads. Okay, so now that we have our plucks, the next section we're going to be working on is the main lead sound. I'm going to be getting up another instance of silence. Going to be routing it to channel 2. Oops. I'm going to solo it just so we can only hear what we're making. And bring up an insert. And this will bring up, of course, the blank patch. We're only going to be using part A. Filter, going to be doing a low pass. Put this up to 12. For this, we're going to be using the inbuilt distortion in silent. Put this on clip, have it all the way up. So you can see it's starting to already get that character. On pitch A, this will make it a little bit tighter. Okay, next thing we're going to be using is the LFO. Put in random. Going to be using pitch A once again, keep it at a sine wave, the rate pretty high up. Alright, and then we have our first section of the lead. Generally I'll leave the EQ out of the sine wave just because I'll do my post EQing within the actual channel itself and through an actual equalizer. So the next part we're going to be having a look at is at creating the second part of the lead, the second layer. This lead's going to be a little bit more cleaner and it'll help us add some body and add some power to the lead. So once again, just going to go into insert. Just going to make sure this one's solid so we can hear it. Keep that there. Pull up G-tune. Going to be using a noise oscillator just to give it some white noise, which will give us a little bit kind of make it a little bit more prevalent to the sound. Just make sure you turn it right down because obviously that will be very loud. Going to be having that as a low pass. Keep that there. Once again, we're going to be getting the distortion using the clip, putting it all the way up. It's already getting that kind of sound. Part B, we keep the re-trigger on. Set to 3 voices as well. Fantastic. So we're going to be grabbing the next using the envelope here. My apologies, using pitch. Makes it just a little bit tighter and gives us a little bit of attack, a little bit more of attack when the note first plays. B. Okay, we're going to be using LFOs once again. Alright, so there's both of our lead sounds. So just going to quickly turn on this on as well, sorry. So when the notes, they glide. Perfect. Alright, perfect. So you can hear them both playing both together, and if you hear them with the plucks, we have our sound. Okay. Okay, so now we have now that we have our sounds, I'm going to show you how we can actually sidechain the lead to the reverb and then also the delay. So then what will happen is the volume of the reverb and the volume of the delay will duck or it will lower when the lead's playing. So first things first, we need to send them to one bus, so it's coming through the one channel. Make sure you take it off the master one, so it's only coming through the bus channel. Just going to label it. Put that there. Okay, with that there, I've already got an EQ that I put on before. I'll just roll off the lows there. Put a bit of a boost around 10. Have a little bit of a high boost there as well. This is going to be the reverb bus. So we're going to send the master to the reverb bus. Reverb. That same color. I put an EQ on the reverb bus as well, just to get rid of the highs and then also to get rid of the lows. And then we're going to be putting our reverb on. I like to use Arts Acoustic reverb. You can literally use whatever reverb you want though. It doesn't matter too much. Production. I'm just going to be using just a preset. This is a preset Code Black actually gave out in his tutorial. Perfect, so we can see we've got the reverb there. Might turn it down a bit. So the next thing we're going to do is put a limiter on. Just a fruity limiter. I'm not very organized with my plugins, unfortunately. Going to be changing it to a compressor. Make sure we put in the master here. So what this means is it's getting sidechained to our lead master. Perfect. So now what will happen is, because of what we've done there, you can see that when the lead's playing, the volume of the reverb actually will lower. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly save this. Reverb, shoot, bus. And then I'm going to quickly open it here just so we're duplicating it. So now we're going to send the master to this. And what we're going to do is this is going to be our delay bus. Rather than Arts Acoustic Reverb, I'm going to be using Echo Boy. Once again, I'm going to be grabbing a preset that Code Black gave out in one of his tutorials, which I definitely suggest seeing as it was very, very helpful. Whoops, I've already actually got that saved in Echo Boy. Perfect. You can see the limiter here. It's the exact same, so it's linked to the master bus. So when you're playing, the volume of the delay bus will actually go ahead and drop under. Okay guys, so now we have our sounds and it's all being created there. So if we play this all together along with the lead sound and how they're sidechain along with the plucks, hopefully you've gotten something that sounds like this. Okay, so thanks for listening to my first tutorial. I hope you've learned something from it. Like I was saying earlier, this is my first tutorial, so if you do have any tips, if there's any more, more established producers that have any tips on what I should be doing, definitely leave them in the comments below. I will be giving out this project along with the presets. You can find the download link in the description below, and if you do want to see more tutorials, definitely let me know below, as well as subscribing to the page. Thanks guys, see you later.